If you've watched a lot of my videos, you might have realized that I always try and do some weird movement at the start that relates to the video. If you're new here, my name is Ellen Henry and I am a circus performer and handstand coach, as well as a content creator if you follow me on any of my socials. Today's video, we are continuing on the stretching challenge, and this video we are doing upper body and an arm workout, slash there will be mobility in there, so that we're working on that upper body mobility as well, because that is really important for when we are doing strength workouts, handstands, climbing. You know, it really applies to a lot of things, and I'm a big believer in warming up our body appropriately for before we go into doing things, and also because it helps us with that injury prevention. And you can really use this stretching program for before any workout or whatever form of fitness you are doing, or you could pick out specific things that you like or a couple exercises to help warm yourself up. In particular, because I have a lot of handstand videos on my channel, which you can go and check out, there are so many. This is a great video to warm up your shoulders, your arms, before doing a handstand training session. And if you're on that handstand journey, I will pop 2 really amazing resources down below. One is a free handstand guide to help you get started with what to learn first and what are the steps to take to start learning. And the other thing is a paid handstand troubleshooting guide, which if you are a bit more of an intermediate or you're sort of past that beginning stage where you're encountering problems that you don't know how to solve, this program covers everything that are the most common handstand problems. Banana back, problems with opening up your shoulders, if your flexibility is hindering your handstands, and so much more. Go and check it out. It's super affordable because I want lots of people to be able to get this. With that out of the way, let's get into today's stretching challenge and hit those upper body. So to teach you that fun little movement that I was just doing, that actually is an arm workout that I learned ages ago from someone, I don't know, during the time that I started doing circus. So you have to slow this one down to be able to understand it, because it's a bit of a mental game with trying to work out the pathway of it. So you start with your hand in front of your face, you bring it around the back of your head and straighten the arm up, and then bring it down and then back up to the face, to the back of the head, straight up and down. And your arm just comes down in this nice big loop and comes back up to your face. So start off slow and then try and get a little bit faster with this. It feels so nice on the shoulder, it just feels so smooth once you've got it. And then of course try it on the other hand, so face in front, behind, straight down. Get it nice and smooth, get that pathway into your muscles. And then the trick to doing both at the same time is when one arm is coming up, that hand is coming up to your face, and then do it nice and slow to start. You're trying to keep both of them moving at the same time. So it's kind of like that patting your head and rubbing your tummy exercise. And then you can get a little bit faster if you do get the hang of it. I've been doing this for a long time, so it's pretty easy. Yeah. I think there's another fun one like that, but I cannot remember it off the top of my head, so maybe I'll remember. So to start off with, I love doing these big circles. So I do 5 to 10 going backwards, and then I'll go forwards going the other way. I love doing these single arm. You can also do them at the same time. I'm not a huge fan of that. It's really just preference. I like doing them one at a time. Ooh. This is a really good one because it just starts to get some movement into your arms. And then a similar vein to that is we're going to draw big circles with our arms, making them smaller and smaller. This is what we're dealing with today, so this video might be a bit choppy. until it gets really small. And we're just going to keep on going backwards, and then we'll change directions going forwards, doing the really small circles and then getting bigger and bigger. Honestly, I look like a little flappy bird that's trying to fly when I'm doing these ones. And then going to all the way to big ones. I do love doing just the little ones for a bit to really warm up those shoulders. Ooh. And then from those circles we are going to do elbow circles, so just up to the elbows, doing those circles in and the other way. I just do about like 10 of these each way. Also in this video I'm going to include some like dynamic stuff like this that's movement based, and then also some static stuff, because I think the combination of both of them is something that's really nice, that I personally like, and is also beneficial to your body. But this is like, it's a controversial topic. Like, some people argue against doing static stretches and say you should just do active stretches, so take it with a grain of salt. So bringing one arm across, the other one pulling it in. Make sure you're dropping that shoulder away from you. It's a nice deltoid stretch. And then going over to the other side. And then we'll go into our tricep stretch. So hand up, trying to bring your hand flat on the back on your back, and then grabbing your elbow if you can to help pull it over. You also want to make sure that you're not hunched over and sitting or standing up nice and straight. For this one, if you can't grab your elbow or if you can't get your hand closer to your back, what you can do is hold a towel or a TheraBand or something in between with your other hand further below to pull it down. And then we'll swap sides. Also, with these exercises that I'm doing sitting down, you can do them standing. You don't have to be sitting. I'm just sitting because it's easier for my filming setup. Alright, next you can either hold a pole or a band or something, or even a towel like rolled up, and we're just going to hold out nice and wide to start, and then just doing some dislocates, being nice and gentle on these to start, and then you can move your hands in. Also, this is one that some people are very hesitant to do. Like, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Usually do about like 3 to 5 of these, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm going to come into my downward dog. And because we're focusing on our upper body, I am going to focus on dropping my shoulders down towards the ground / opening them up. Just doing a little static stretch here first, just pushing them down. And then to add a bit of movement in from here, we're going to round our back, coming forward into a cobra, and then pushing back, opening up those shoulders. So just finding your movement through here and pushing down. I'm a huge fan of this exercise because I feel like it really gives me a nice full range from opening my shoulders through to closing them. This is great for handstands, especially if you struggle with closed shoulders. Alright, and then dropping down onto our knees, we're going to go into a cat stretch, just dropping those shoulders down. Once again, so great for opening up our shoulders and working on that mobility. And then just opening up those shoulders. From here we can keep our back nice and rounded and not arch it, and just let our shoulders drop down to the ground as well. This really eliminates that back arch, helping our shoulder flexibility. Bringing the arm across and holding it down with the other one, you want to lean over into that shoulder slash lat. And I love having just a little bit of movement here through my shoulders and my upper body. And then we can do the same thing on the other side, so arm across our body, hand anchors it down, leaning over into that other side. Ooh, did you hear that crack? And then from here we're going to do a thread the needle, so an arm comes through there. The top one just reaches up in front, and then we want to resist with this arm down into the ground. And then we'll swap to the other side. It's really important that we warm up our thoracic spine because it's a part of how our upper body moves as a unit. This next one is also about opening up our thoracic spine, lying on our side, arms on top of each other. One top hand is going to reach over, up and around, all the way to the back. I'm going to do 3 of these. Swapping sides. For this next one, you want to use a foam roller or like a bench or something that you can put your elbows or your hands up on, just to elevate our cat stretch. So to start, we're just going to put our hands on the edge of the box or your bed or the chair, whatever you have, and then just dropping our shoulders down to the ground. Trying not to arch that back, keeping it nice and round. We're then going to add on to this stretch and just have our elbows on the edge of it, while we then hold either, you can do this with a water bottle or a stick or something, or a yoga block also works, holding it on the sides. This one is really good for handstands as well because it works on your external rotation and your shoulder mobility at the same time. Coming onto our knees, or you can be standing, reaching over, stretching out those sides as well. Sometimes they come into play with our arms. And also we're getting into our lats here. Oh, so good. Our neck is also really important, so we're going to warm that up because it's attached to our traps and our shoulders. So stretching over to the side, pushing one hand down to the ground, and doing the other side. We're going to gently rest our hands on the back of our neck. And also looking up. We're going to do little half circles at the front. Nice and slow. Our necks are very gentle things. And the same with at the back, little gentle half circles. To finish off this stretching routine, I am going to include some wrist stuff so that if people are doing this before handstands, all of that stuff will be warmed up for you. We will just start off with a really nice gentle body weight stretch, not even body weight. Pushing the other way. And you can kind of walk and step, changing up through this one as well, just to really gently start to warm up those wrists. Another thing we can do to get a bit more blood flow to our hands and our wrists is we can put them behind our knees and then bend our knees so that we are squishing our hands, and then we want to open and close your hands. This will feel really weird and gross because you like semi-cutting off the circulation to your hands, and then when you release, that blood flow is really coming to our wrists. And then we're going to do those same stretches on the ground, keeping those arms straight, really gentle body weight, and then leaning back. flipping the hands over. And then doing a little walk around on the hands, just moving, really warming up those wrists now. And then on our hands and our knees, we're just going to shift the weight all the way around our hands in nice big circles, just starting to get a bit more pressure and weight onto them. Going the other way. And then my other personal favorite is wrist push-ups. So hinging at that bottom knuckle. It's great for strengthening as well as warming up our wrists. We can also do the wrist circles. And then a really great last one to do is sitting down, putting the back of your hand on your back, and then trying to grab that elbow and very gently bringing it forward. You will feel such a gross stretch on your shoulders doing this. And the same on the other side. And then giving your arms a little wriggle out. So I hope you joined me for this follow along. Before you leave, please hit that like button, because it shows me that you are enjoying these videos, and let me know down in the comments what kind of videos you want to see in this stretching challenge. And as always, please hit that subscribe button down below, because it really means the world to me, and the little notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload these videos. And thank you so much for watching and supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next one. I want to change it. It's time. It's time, bitch. This is all this video is going to be, is me. So this video is just going to be this. Come into our lats.